Alright guys, so I've been making this little destroyer in LEGO Digital Designer for the past couple of months now. I've just kind of been fooling around with it, right? So, as you can see in the title right here, it's called the Carcharoth-class destroyer. And now, all of my LEGO creations are named after very powerful creatures from the Silmarillion by J.R.R. Tolkien. And Carcharoth was like the most powerful wolf that ever existed. So I'm just going to give you guys a little rundown of some of the details here. So, right here, we'll start with the big, it's a bit of a work in progress, but I'm not done. This is the giant rail cannon that the destroyer has. You have induction coils right here. You have the electromagnets that fire things. You got the dual ammunition delivery systems right here. And then you got a bunch of these little tubes, cylinders right here. I just decided to make those like CO2 scrubbers or environmental subsystems. I haven't really finished this. It is a bit of a work in progress at the moment, so I'm just going to close that back up. And right here you have the AI controlled beam lasers. Nothing really controls them. It gets a bit more interesting right here, so I'm going to open up this hatch. Now this hatch, some of these hatches are supposed to be a quote unquote feature of the ship. Some are just to open up so that people can see it. So I'm just going to open this up real quick. Like that. And like, oops, like that. So this is a minifig for scale. So you have 4 standard control stations here. Now they all remotely control the large guns over here. The pulse laser cannons on the ventral and dorsal sides of the engines. So I'm going to just close up these hatches. And I'll show you some more stuff. Now down here we have now this is an actual like feature. It's meant to just be opened. So if you open up these right down here, you will see it's a large ship loading bay. So, okay, why aren't you opening? There we go. And these little ships pop out. Now, if you guys are familiar with this design, this is, the color scheme's changed, but it's the Galactic Chief from the early 90s Space Police collection. And so I have 2 of them. They pop out and they can fly around. They have seats for a pilot, all that good stuff. So I'm just going to close up the hatch. Now right here we have the engines. Now we have this Gatling gun ammunition turret right here, right? Now if you open up this right here, you can see the inside. You can see the, I guess this is like the engine system, and you got the warp core area, and you got like thrust coming out. And over here is the control station for that said Gatling gun. Now I was gonna make it so that the Gatling gun turrets could be what is it? Controlled right here on this part directly, but I didn't have enough room and it would have looked really weird, so I decided instead to have the up and bottom ammunition caches right there, and then they feed ammunition into the Gatling gun system. So again, we're just going to close this up. And then the other engine is very similar too. And on the back, you have a bunch of windows. But you also have this drone bay right here, so I can open up this part and zoom in. And you have these little drones right here that pop off and they fly around and attack things. And there's 8 of them in total. These will all flip up. So I'm just going to close it up real quick. Now over here you have these little hatches. Now there's 2 drone auxiliary subsystem diagnostic stations, so I'm just going to open up this real quick and show you those, if I can only hinge it. There we go. So I can just zoom in real quick. There's that right there. And down here there's just some levers. A lot of this isn't fully completed, I still got to work on it a bit, but I thought I'd show you guys just what I have right now, and you guys can be all impressed by what I've made. Anyway, I'm going to close this up and I'm going to show you some more features of the, come on, close, system. Okay, so you have 3 hatches right here that it's not meant to like be a feature of the ship. I just have it so that it can fold so you can see it. So I'm going to just unfold that. Alright, unfold this. Come on, unfold, god damn it. And finally, if I can make it work. Oh, it's not going to go all the way. There we go. Okay, so you have this system right here. This is supposed to be like sort of a zero gravity lift. Like gravity doesn't exist in here because this is like a science fiction ship. So you just bounce up and you go all the way up to here, the bridge. I'll show you that in a bit. But you have these, whatchamacallit, just like supply containment areas. Maybe you need medical supplies, maybe you need food, maybe you need spacesuits. It's all just kind of stored right there. I thought I'd just put that in there. So I'll close this up now and show you the bridge. Alright, close up. Doesn't want to cooperate. Come on, Lego Digital Designer, you know what I want. Okay, wait. There we go. Okay, so I didn't make any special features which show the bridge, but what I'm going to just do is I'm just going to hide some of the pieces so you can see it. So down here you got like a captain, you got like a piloting bridge, you got a navigation systems, maybe you can also control other subsystems too. You got a little screen, and then to isolate certain stations. I could probably work a bit more on this, but I've just chosen not to. I've been focusing on other areas. So yeah, that's not too much to it, but it is something I've thought up. I'm going to just show them. Now I'm going to open up another hatch down here. So behind all this is the power core. So I'm just going to open it. You can see a bit of it. Maybe I can open that a bit more. There we go. And now you. Okay. Just give me a moment. It's not cooperating. There we go. So you got these large power cores, you got like a top and a bottom, and they kind of react here and create electricity, and they get fueled out through these conduits. I will admit I've probably got to work on this a bit better. I wish there was a better way I could have thought of to reveal like both levels. But for now, this is just what you're gonna have to see. You got I use a lot of clear pieces. You got a lot of crystalline structures going on. Yeah, that's what I've put in there. I got just one more thing I need to show you, so I'm just going to close this up. Down here. So this is the main missile bay delivery system down here. So I'm going to open up these hatches. Okay, come on. Open. Open. There we go. They open up and you got these missiles that you can see right there. They pop out and they fly out and do their missile stuff. They are automatic. I just thought I'd put a bunch of missiles in there, and because it'd be fun. Anyway, I'm going to close that up and I'm going to show you guys one more thing. Okay. So this is sort of meant to be like the sensor array, the long range, short range, passive scan, active scan. I haven't, again, really worked on this too much. I just work on it when it comes to me. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm kind of working on my cruiser right now, which I'll show you guys in the future when I finish it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If I just zoom out, I got these little stands, and I had those stands because these ship bay doors, when they fold down, they were folding past the bottom of this, so I just did it. And plus, if you zoom out far enough, you can almost barely see them, and it just looks like it's floating around. So yeah, that is my destroyer that I've been working on in Lego Digital Designer. Thank you for watching.